Not all snakes are evil. It is about time we give thanks and praise to some of the snakes. Can we talk about the rod of Asclepius? And who is Asclepius? Asclepius is a son that was born miraculously, if we may say so. And his father, it is said that it's Apollo, the Greek god Apollo. He obtained mystic power, if not powers. He once healed a snake. I just want to cut it. I don't want to make it long. You go and do your own research. He once healed a snake, and the snake was cured, or the injury from that snake was cured. Then the snake then whispered knowledge, information to Asclepius. He already had a rod, and then now we see a rod and a snake. So I'm trying to just enlighten, how do we have Asclepius' rod with a snake? He already had, as a prophet, he already had a rod. So he saw an injured snake. He rescued that snake. And in appreciation, the snake then whispered information, healing knowledge, healing power, prophecy to Asclepius. That is why then we see him holding a rod and a snake. So even WHO, World Health Organization, they knew about that. And they had to adopt it. 1948, they adopted the Asclepius rod, because they wanted to associate themselves with the snake god. Because when he died, how did he die? He could resurrect or bring back people to life, those who had died. Asclepius had that energy, had that power. Then Apollo thought that, no, you are now disturbing the nature of life, between like death and life. So if somebody is dead, when you bring him back? I don't like that. That was Apollo. Then he sent thunderbolt to Asclepius, and then he struck him dead. So that is how he died. And it is said that he wasn't buried, but it was asked that he be placed in the sky so that he become one of the brightest stars. So he was buried like that. I don't know if we should say he was buried, but because when we bury, we put you down on the ground, on the hole, then we valor them God. But it wasn't done like that to him. Asclepius. So those who were smart, they knew that the healing power comes from him, and it also comes from the snake that whispered the information to Asclepius. So if ever you have went to hospital, if ever you were sick, you went to hospital and you were healed. You were healed by a snake. Hence they put that emblem in our ambulances, medical practitioners, and all those things. But you must know that is it Cardias or what, the other that comes with two snakes. We're not talking about that. Even though studies or information or researchers are telling us that it balances the masculine and feminine in our bodies, the two snakes, and then it represents negotiations. It is not for healing purposes, the one that comes with two snakes. But here I'm talking about the one that comes with only a snake and a rod, and it is entwined to the rod. So if you go to hospital, can I make it short? If you go to hospital and you come back, thank a snake. If you pray in hospital and you are healed, thank a snake. Even if you are a pastor, you are a man or woman of God, if not gold, once you go to hospital, know that the God of hospitals is a snake. The God of healing is a snake. You can go and study, what is it called? Greek mythology. Yeah, go and study that. The God of healing is a snake. Even if you want to challenge me and say, oh, no, we're not daddy, we're not. Who? World Health Organization is not led by stupid people. It's led by learned people. They went to school. They went through history books. They understand a lot, but it's not for you to know. Say, snakes, you bow before snakes, you bow before snakes. Go and start a toy and say, we don't want that emblem in our amulets. We don't want that. But the correct stuff, the correct rod, is the one that comes with one snake. Justice for snakes. How long have they been healing us? And when we see them, we kill them. Yeah, maybe we are killing the correct ones, I don't know. But how long? How long? How long? How long? You see a snake, you run away. You see a snake, you just want to kill it. There are those that I don't want to see, snakes. But if we may have this teaching that, you know what? We are killing what is important to us. There are those that we need to kill. But the one that helped, the one that passed the information to Asclepius, hey, it's a god. Now it stays there. So you see your ignorance. You see how ignorant you are. The rod of Asclepius. Pay no attention to the one that comes with two snakes. They made a mistake there. I don't know whether it was US Army or something. They made a mistake there. It doesn't represent healing. The one that represents healing is the rod of Asclepius. And that rod only had one snake because he once held a snake. He once had a conversation with a snake. It is said that Apollo was a god and he fell in love with a mortal person who then went to give her heart to another mortal person, even though she had already conceived or she was pregnant with Asclepius, whose father was a god. So this god got jealous, got angry, and he went on to tell that to his sister, who then used a bow and arrow to send sickness to the community. And then she did that without thinking that Apollo's girlfriend or wife was there, who then the wife got sick and later died. That's how the story goes. So guys, when you see me speaking, you hear me speaking, you must know that maybe that snake whispered something in my ear. I saw a lot of you cursing me, said, hey, you know what, when you are tandazing to inyoga, but you go to hospital. The god of hospital comes from me. It's a snake. Doesn't matter whether you fast, you take your Bible to the hospital, but the God that rules the hospital is a snake. The God that was given authority among diseases and healings in hospitals, it's a snake. The emblem that is there, they recognize the honor, the snake, that passed the information and knowledge to Asclepius. Let me too. Don't forget, for more teachings, join me, All Nation, Bethlehem, month end. We speak what other mouth cannot speak. We teach what other people cannot teach. Doesn't matter who jumps and say what. I'm saying to you, for as long as World Health Organization made a covenant with that emblem that they made there, they connected all of you guys, all of us guys, to the God snake. The God snake for our healing. You cannot dispute that. Whether you say snakes are evil, snakes are what, I'm saying justice to the snakes that heals us. Justice to the snakes that prolongs our lives. I'm standing up for that. I'm not going to join whatever, I don't want to call it in a nasty way, but I'm saying justice for the snakes that heals us. There's no way we can receive healing from them and then we bad-mouth them, then we toy against them. We bad-mouthed, they were bad-mouthed by those who didn't want us to know the truth. But now that we are awake, we are no longer in the dark. We know why the emblem is there. What does that mean? A covenant that whenever that comes to you, seek, heal them. Who must heal them? The snake. So, you are healer. It's a snake. Have a blessed snake month. If I want, I can declare October is a snake month. If I want, I am Shomegamot.